Thai, dear friends. Today we are the 6th of October 2019 and we are in Samac camp in Toronto, Oshawa, in our health retreat. We practice mindfulness, and the base of our practice is the awareness of our breath. But you see that there are 16 exercises, and now we have practiced 12. Awareness of the body, breath and body, of the feeling, and of the mind. And we see that it's a choice, and this is what was taught as a right concentration. You focus, but you must choose the right object of your concentration. We take an example. Before the Dharma talk, we have to set up the translation system. So there are some noise. Are you focusing on the noise to wait until it finishes, or are you focusing on your breath? Usually, we focus on what is unusual. It means, during the morning, if there is an alarm that is too long, we focus on the alarm to wait for it to finish. If there is a setup, we are focusing on the setup. Noise, so that we expect that it will finish. And now, each time we have a problem, we are focusing on our problems to solve the problem. Exactly, now we have environmental, and we want news, we want action, we want protestation to get the global warming fixed. And while doing so, we are not practicing, because our practice is the practice of living happily in the present moment. In the present moment, we have to accept whatsoever the situation, and our practice is to live happily. So, you see, in the mind, you are aware of your mind, you make it happy. You make it concentrate, but the joy, the happiness is what gives you the strength to continue the practice and to make it solid, stable, very, different from people who do not know the practice. We have the concentration, and we have the right concentration. We are not concentrating on our problems. We are not concentrating on waiting for it to be solved, to be fixed. waiting for the situation, to become better. We are not waiting. We are practicing living happily in the present moment. And one of Thach's answer to a question asking if he have worries about the environmental problem. He said he is concerned, but to a limit, not to disturb his practice of living happily. It means any problem you have, you must keep it. Second, the first focus, first attention, your first, we cannot say preoccupation, but your first concern is your happiness, your joy. Our happiness, our joy must be present so that we can help ourselves and help others while they are, very angry, very violent, and in the same time having a lot of fear because they are waiting, they are struggling for something, and it's a very long struggle, something that is despair at first. So how you can survive, how you can help people to be calm, to be solid, to be stable. So the effort that is immense, very vast, and nearly impossible can be done only if we have enough courage to put the practice first, to realize our happiness, our joy, and to have the strength to continue our way, because we are people who have the chance to know the way. Very simple way, joyful path, to live happily in the present moment. And only by coming back to our breath, to relax our body, to smile with one bell. When you practice 1 hour of Qigong or running, jogging, you get tired. But here, in 1 hour of touching the earth, you can continue. It's because you are relaxing, you have concentration while you are doing something very unusual, effortlessly, no effort. And do you have an effort to be joyful? No. The practice is like the training. You don't get it right away. But you know that if you continue the way you will arrive. And we have many means to help us. Like in the morning, we have songs of the practice. We have, morning song before the sitting. My master asked me to practice. When he hear me, he knows that I have a lot of effort to do, so he doesn't insist. I don't have the disposition and have facility for singing. So it's okay that I followed other people. My young brothers, they sing very well, so I sing with them. I don't need to lead the song, the singing. And we have also, the teaching of our master. He gave us the image of an wild, abandoned garden full of weeds and that you have to clean. And you see that it's too much effort, a lot of many days, many months, to clean it, and you get despair because you have to do it, but it's too much for you. So the advice is just to take care of some of the flowers. You have seeds, and then you water, you get the plants, and you water the plants. You take care of your flowers, and you enjoy right away. You don't suffer of the abandoned garden, of the weeds, of the duty to clean your garden. No, you have the choice. You can enjoy just some flowers that you bring, now to your garden. You don't wait until the garden gets completely clean to have joy. and we have the teaching of non-pursuit, non-obtention, no aim. We don't wait. We don't wait until everybody, follow us to take care of the ecology, the environment. No. We do what we think possible and what is necessary, but in the same time we enjoy our work, we enjoy life, and it can be done. We in Plum Village we have a lot of bamboos, but in the same time we have a lot of space of land that is not used, because these land are so small piece, sometimes very wet, and there is no culture or trees on it. So we enjoy to plant bamboos. Bamboos is people say to bamboos is not local, coming from Africa or Asia, but the archaeology tell us that bamboos exist on earth before man arrived. So are man local? No. They invade everywhere, and they tell that some restriction, because these are not the identity, and they make a segregation. In fact, they are the same species. And bamboos can help us because they are like a sangha. They make a net of their roots. They put everything together, and they are like grass. It's a big species of grass, but it's grass. And with the bamboos, and I don't know if in Toronto you have some place that have bamboos, but with global warming, I'm sure that bamboos can be useful. They resist to the drought, to the flood, and especially they can survive where there's only grass. So instead having grass, you put big grass and you have a forest. And it's what we want to do in some corner of Plum Village space. And we discover a lot about bamboo, like we can have some we just make a space for us in the middle of the forest. forest bamboo. Our Zen tradition in the 13th century was the forest bamboo school of Zen. So Vietnamese like a lot bamboos, and now bamboos can help us to purify the water, to retain metal, the toxic one. And in nearby Bordeaux, they have wine jars, and they have treatment. And so the treatment very rich in copper. They find it in their container of wine, and then they wash them. The used water are toxic, so they use bamboos to they water. They use this toxic water to be purified by bamboos. And I think nowadays there is a urban center, a lot of big towns where we need water for our for life, and after that we have waste water. And this waste water can help us to have plants, to make new forests, to replace the one that are destroyed elsewhere. And if you grow bamboos, they can resist to the cold, and they can arrive to minus 20 degrees C. They can survive. And I think when you have used water, it's always good to have a plant, because water is a food for the plants. Don't forget that water for us is sometimes convenient just to wash or to clean, but even used water can be reused as a food for the plants. And if we are in California, where they are in short of water, they look at their use, and they are careful about the expense, about not only for them, but they think about to make use for every species. And we here in Toronto, you have a big lake, but it's really useful to appreciate our richness, appreciate the presence of water, and to save, and not to be too large, to consume too much. I explain, in any place, at any moment, You can have, now you can have fruit, and with the fruit you can have contaminated substances that goes to the river, to the lake. And at that moment, you are really in short of water because your water are contaminated. If from now you know that water is precious, you preserve, you save them, you make some pond or some lotus in your pond, some plants, aquatic plants. So you have something that is apart from the reserve that you think never finish or unlimited reserve. The reserve is unlimited, but our thoughts, our unwanted action are also cannot be seen, unforeseen. And I think if you have problems to restrain, to consume less, just go to the place where people are in short of water. Just go to big countries, big town in or in Asia or in a developed country. In India, you will see that the consumption we have here is too much, and we can change without having trouble. We can adapt ourselves to the difficulties by our training. We hear one sound. We have some good news about the environment, because now the young people are concerned, and they have a lot of energy, so they have awareness, they have the strength, energy, and they need compassion. It's the three virtue of Buddhism. Is compassion, insight, and courage, strength. They have both knowledge and strength, but they don't have enough compassion for themselves. Sometimes, they make the struggle too hard, and they suffer because with the violence, the other side will answer with violence. Look at Hong Kong struggle, Hong Kong protestation. If they protest like Gandhi, non-violence, they don't want to have the result right away. They just protest because they are gathering, they have joy when they gather together. They gather to practice like us, and we don't have, the violence. It's impossible for them to get to camp, because they violence, they don't have compassion for themselves and for others like the security force, the policeman. You must have compassion for us, for human, but for all species. And this is our practice. We have joy so that we can continue to develop our insight and our compassion. And when we prepare for old age, we have the same compassion for our body. So why we don't force, when we practice, we don't have to struggle. If we can make it joyful, if we can make it convenient for our daily life, we don't have to stop everything. This is the practice that you found by yourself. You create, you adapt it to your situation. And touching the earth is not done only by movement of Qigong. It can be visualized. And if you do it long enough, so that it becomes something habit for you, you will do it unconsciously. I explain, when you drive, when you learn to drive, first of all, you have to pay a lot of attention, a lot of difficulty, and after a while, your brain take over, and you have like a reflex, you have habit to drive, you have things set down smoothly, you can be aware of the circulation, and you automatically you do the change, direction change, even if you are listening to Thai's Dharma talk. And this automatic, this habit is the way our brain help us. And our brain is always there to help us And if we are aware, we don't worry too much. You do the touching the earth. If you do it, and you think that it's not the good way, continue to do it, and one day, you will find what is convenient for you. And if you do it long enough, one day when you shut your eyes, you see doing it, have time, the visualization is very quick to relax you. And if you have already some cue to relax, like to sing or to recite poetry, here you can relax body and mind, and you can add this to like a new habit, like a useful habit for the practice of living happily. Living happily is to concentrate, to have the right choice, to concentrate on the joy, on the happiness, on our breath and our body, to calm our suffering, our trouble, our tense or anger, whatsoever of feelings. It's a teaching. And we combine this with the low consumption. I mean, when you have the habit of young people have a lot of appetite, and they choose the most nutritious food for them to grow, to develop the body. But now, when we are adult, or when we approach old age, we have to change our habit. We have, the good news that diabetes can be cured, can be healed if you follow fasting, intermittent fasting. This is already done, have been tried in the beginning of the previous century, in the 20th century. They have the fasting with mono diet. They eat only one food, and they choose to eat crabs. But for you, crabs is full of glucose, full of sugar. How they can heal diabetes with sugar? And this is not logic, but in fact, when they stop eating normal meal, they are stopping protein, fat, or amidon, flour, because they stop eating many nutrients. Our pancreas do not have to secrete, to fabricate, to synthesize enzyme for protein, or for fat, or for glucose, except glucose, except insulin. And because of that, there is a rest, there is a pause, so the pancreas can recover itself. And now the diabetes can be cured because the intestine is like a tube, and all the cells are similar. The cells that are in pancreas benefit also from the cell in the colon. So if you eat more vegetables, you stimulate the function of our big intestine just under the skin of our belly. And because you stimulate them, so they are nourished and they can develop. And they get nourished from the inside. The blood is coming first, from deeper to go to the superficial part. And our colon, our big intestine, are in superficial position. So the pancreas will get nourished in this way, in that way. If you eat more vegetables and less nutritious, like less pasta or less bread, you do not have to digest in the inner part of your digestive system. Inner part means stomach, pancreas, small intestine, liver, and the superficial part, external part is the big intestine, the colon. And because there is a rest here, they can recover themselves. So all your intestine problems, you can make a pause with fasting, with intermittent fasting. You eat some vegetables or fruit. Fruit have sugar, but this is diluted compared to the one that we get in pasta or in solid like bread or rice, even potatoes. Fruit and vegetables is like meal, and you can profit also from nuts or the dinner soup of vegetables soup are very easy to digest, and this is the 500 or less calories diet that help your pancreas to recover, because the science have discovered that colon cell have the expression to stimulate the to help pancreas to renew the cell, to multiply pancreas cells from the secretion of colon cell. And so you see the link between our light meal. Light meal means less digestion, means more energy for the rest of the body, and the change of our habit to eat nutritious and to have more fat or more calories, because we are thinking that we need them. In fact, we need also to be moderate. And moderate is eating less. Perhaps you are lacking some calorie, and you can have it when you are in need. In Thailand, when we have the walk, sometimes we have a very long walk, and we wake up at 3 so that we can go to the top of the mountain and look at the sunrise. And on top of the mountain, sometimes it's very cold, and we see that we need calories. But in the same time, if we eat too much, we get tired during the whole trip, and we can have some problems. So we make intermittent fasting. We don't eat, but we drink a lot, and we have bananas in our pocket. And each time you feel that you are hungry, you eat a bite. You have, a piece of banana, and it's enough. Your body, have the need, you give it, but you don't make the habit to cover before your need. So the practice is to eat when you are hungry, and not to eat, because you are at meal time. Here we eat because we have a menu, we are at meal time, we are polite, we do not want to make our guests or our family member disturb, because we dislike the food, but we have less need than before, when we were young, or when we do not practice relaxation, awareness. We consume much less calories, much less energy, and we can also, rely on our microorganism, like a cow, eating grass, but they don't digest the grass. It's the germs that digest for them, and they absorb what are digested to make milk, very rich food. We can have, at breakfast we will have not only yogurt. We pray that it's succeed. mixed with fermented rice, glutinous rice in fermentation. So glutinous rice give a lot of sugar, but still you have some bacteria, some germs, and in yogurt you have other species of germs. So you enrich your colon because you stimulate your immune system when you eat germs instead of eating food and digest yourself. You are eating germs or new cells, for the digestion. And this is the new vision of diet: to eat raw, to eat fermented, and to eat sprouts. You hear about? And in our trekking, mountain trekking, if you have the opportunity, we invite you to make the trekking in winter. In winter, Thailand is still 30 degrees C, and we can have the trekking. We can have the flat walking alongside the river, or people for beginners, or trekking in the mountain for young people, for wake-up people, and for people who are used to the mountain. And in our trekking, we see that when we eat less, we eat vegetables, we eat fruit and nuts, we recover better. And this is logical, because when you don't eat the proteins, your body are in need of proteins. This is, what we practice, to have fasting. You are in need of protein because you don't have enough, you don't have milk, you don't have tofu. In the mountain they don't have tofu. You don't have meat because we are vegetarian. We don't have eggs, and we are in need of protein. We eat ourselves because while walking, doing trek, we use a lot our muscle, and these used muscle, must be clean, must be digested before the body recycle them to new cells, to replace them. And to do so, you need the digestion of these dead cells, and because you don't eat animal products, animal cells, don't eat the protein from them, so You don't have to digest the protein from the food, from the animal, but you digest your own cell, your own proteins, and you recycle them. Another point is about our vegan diet. Perhaps are not complete. We don't have enough amino acids because vegetal protein are not complete, and this is the main point, saying that we need animal products. In fact, it's a protection. When they make experiences, when they make nutritious solution for cancer cells, if they put vegetal proteins, plant-based proteins, there is very few multiplication, very few growing, very few growth of cancer cells. But if they put cow milk protein, animal meat, or any animal protein, they see that cancer cells multiply a lot. It's normal because when you have tofu, you don't have the whole, you don't have all the essential amino acids, and so the cell cannot fabricate their parts. They cannot multiply because the protein is poor. And the body uses the dead cell to limit the multiplication of unwanted cells, unwanted cancer cells. If you eat rich food, perhaps you nourish yourself, but also you nourish cancer cells. If you eat only plant-based proteins, you are protected because it's poor, so your body adapts itself to replace only the normal cell and not to let the cancer cell develop. So don't listen too much, to news, and you heard this, you heard that, and in the end, we have a tendency to return to what we are used for. We used to consume rich food. We used to have milk, cow milk, cream, chocolate, ice cream, whatsoever, If you are not convinced, or if you are not sure about your choice, you let the change during the retreat, 4 or 5 days, and then after that you return to what you are used for, because for you, if you consume a little less, it will be good. If you are a little moderate, it will be good. But what is moderate can be also harmful. If you have the situation, of having cancer, only stopping can get you on the healing path. In the same way, if you have suffering, only the choice of joy can stop suffering. Not moderate, the suffering. You cannot stop it. Moderate multiplication of cancers are still cancer. And people who go to psychoanalysts, talking about their suffering, their problems, perhaps they are getting the wrong concentration and they continue to nourish their problem, their suffering. We have the right concentration, the joyful path, the living happily in the present moment. Now we need to add science and our experience to have simple life. It is for us, and it is the example for others who still confused in our time. Thank you. So we undo our